under the jail, okay? Put Ryan under the jail. Because what is wrong with you? How you want a bad bitch, but can't handle a bad bitch?
Hey, word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Taylor want a barrel, keep quiet. Catch a nigga slipping from behind. OG, Bobby.
Hey y'all, hey, we are back with another SW in true crime video, but this time it's a little different. Today we are with the first ever episode of SW in True Crime Reacts. Yes, so this is our very first reaction series. So yeah, let me know what you think. Before I get into the good stuff, I just want to say thank y'all so much for all the love on my previous hauls and also on my other true crime cases. I'll link those up here so you can check them out and show me some love. Thank y'all also for subscribing, commenting, and liking. Okay, fun fact, y'all. I went to the dentist today to support my friend. She's a dentist, a D3. She's about to be a D4, so she's about to be a dentist really, really soon. And so I went to go support her, and one of the techs was in there trying to like show her a skill, and yeah, she really showed it on me. Okay. Anyway, so if I talk funny, this is why. Back to what I'm saying. Y'all so much for all the love. We're so close to 10K. Can y'all believe it? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I love y'all so much. It means more to me than you know. I decided to do a sweet potato. I had warmed up my pasta, but for some reason my molars are not allowing the pasta thing, okay? So we're gonna do a sweet potato, okay? Okay, anyway, back what I'm saying. Okay, y'all. The first series we're going to watch is the Playboy Murders. I'm super excited. I saw the series from Holly Madison. I follow her YouTube. Check it out here. I'll link it also below. And I really wanted to check out this series. I believe she produced it or co-produced it, and yeah, I'm super excited to check it out. I'm excited because we're reacting, and I've never ever seen the series, so this is a fresh react, and I don't know if anybody else has reacted to this, so yeah. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm really excited for the series. One, because I don't know if y'all know, but I talk about this all the time. I love Playboy. And I used to be so obsessed with Playboy before I found out the truth. And if you don't know the truth, let me know if you want me to do a video on it. Holly Madison did a pretty good job. Bridget, Kendra, they've all spoken out about Playboy and just how detrimental it was to them. But further than that, I used to be really obsessed with Playboy, and I want to be a Playboy bunny. But also, I'm so excited because this is my first reaction series. I watch reactions, and they usually show a little portion, and then they talk about it and chat about like different portions. So it's 40 minutes. I think I'm gonna stop every let's do every 10 minutes. So we'll stop about 4 times, chat about it, and yeah, I'm super excited. I'll put little portions. Let me know if y'all like that format below. If you don't, let me know what other type of format you like, because that's the only type of format I watch personally.
Sadly, it was copyrighted and I can't add it, but I added clips.
I have some very interesting cases coming up. I have the Kara Nichols case I have yet to put out. It's just since she was a little underage. Well, she was freshly 18. So a lot of her life was younger, so it's hard to find because she was a minor. So it's just been a little difficult, but when that comes out, make sure you check it out and check out my other true crime cases. But I'll stop talking your head off. I'm drinking my pre-workout. This episode is called Bunny Meets Bachelor. So without further ado, let's watch the Playboy Murders. Let's go.
Jasmine loved being at the Playboy Mansion. And she had the perfect body, perfect smile, long blonde hair, just your perfect Playboy model.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and today we're at sea level.
To be a Playmate, it's a ticket to the highlight. But Jasmine...
Okay, y'all, I was recording this. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I don't know what happened. Maybe it turned off because of like copyright. I don't know. Let me play the part.
Oh my God, who would have done this? The cartel was a possibility. This is Southern California. We're a couple of miles from the border. This was in a gang area, and I identified this female. We can't do prints. Her face was too badly beaten to really try to make a positive identification in any way. But we had a sketch artist come in
And we put the sketch in the media to see if anybody could recognize her.
I found that so freaking cool, y'all. Like, true crime is so cool, and that's why I want to get in true crime so bad. Cause like, just think of how everything just comes together. Like, it's such a tragic case, but like they couldn't even recognize her, but they got a sketch artist to also work with the medical examiner to figure out like how she looked to possibly identify her. Like, this is why I want to get in true crime, y'all. Like, this is why I want to be in it. Like, what? Kidding me? Super cool. Let's get back into it.
During the autopsy, they removed her breast implants. Every prosthetic, including breast implants, have serial numbers on it.
her name was
Dummy.
Jasmine Fiore.
Her father left her mother when she was 9 years old, leaving her mother limited resources to raise her alone. And she was somewhat of a tomboy. She went on a race car expedition across the country. She rode horses with the best of the cowboys. She was one ambitious, fun-loving young woman.
What type of girl?
But she had her sight.
Not everybody is who they say they are. When you're in the safety of our Playboy party, we can ensure that you can have the best of times and still be safe.
Can you?
But if you decide to venture out, we can't stop you from doing that. But we can't control what happens. You can't trust everybody. You can't.
You're right about that one though. Okay, so from what we've seen so far, this episode is about Jasmine Fiore. Okay, on August 15th, 2009, in California, I want to say Orange County. I'm not sure. It was like a gang-related neighborhood. They found a suitcase with a body in it. They believed it was to be a child, but they end up finding out it was a woman. The woman was so badly battered that they didn't know like who she was. They couldn't identify her. So figured like the killer or the person, the perpetrator, whoever, did such a good job of like mutilating her body so you could not identify her. Sorry if my tongue is yellow, y'all. I'm eating my sweet potato. Anyway, so they felt they were doing a good job or whatever, but they missed one thing. Ha ha ha. They forgot my girl's boobs. Okay, they forgot her rack. Every prosthetic has a barcode, so they looked at the barcode and they found out that the person was Jasmine Fiore. But if you saw earlier, like I said, like I found that it's so cool that they like could come up with a composite sketch, but they couldn't figure out who it was. Like they put it online, but they still couldn't figure out who the person was from that composite sketch. Like they were like, who? And I found out that it was Jasmine Fiore, and she was a Playboy golf like model. She wasn't a centerfold because like she was working really hard to be a centerfold. So a little about Jasmine Fiore: she was born in Boonahduke. I said Boonahduke, Boonahduke, I think, California. Yeah, it's a small city, from a single mom. She was a tomboy. She was adventurous. My girl loved to travel, live life, and I know that's right. Okay. So from there, she just wanted to just live, and so she decided to be a model. Went from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and then just took off from there and ended up getting really in good ties with Playboy Golf, which was a branch of Playboy, which was like their golf division. And if you saw it, it was like guys didn't even bring out their golf clubs. because they just were looking at the women. And y'all, I'm not trying to be funny, and if you know me, like I said, like I want to be a Playboy so bad, but like when you look at the girls, I was looking at them, like all the white girls will copy and paste, blonde, big boobs, same smile. I will admit Jasmine Fiore's smile was 1 in a million. She had a beautiful smile. But everybody, like, it's so copy and paste. And then you see the black girl, she had to be extraordinarily beautiful, like 1 in a million beautiful. But everybody else was copy and paste. I was like, so it's just funny looking back on that. But anyway, I just had to say that. Back to this. So in golf, she was like the big, she ended up her way in the ladder in that way. And a lot of people felt that she was doing this because she wanted to eventually be a centerfold and she wanted to get closer to Hugh. She ended up getting invited to like the private pool parties, and everybody said like she was just an amazing person. Everybody loved her smile. She was just always known for her beautiful smile. She wanted to work her way up to be a centerfold, so she would be taking pictures and submitting them, so in hopes to be a centerfold. I think we're leaning into a story about her branching off into more of a nightlife. It's my mother. So I think we're now getting into the part where they're like saying she got mixed into the nightlife. He was saying that like at Playboy you can be protected here, but at outside Playboy we can't protect you. And I'm thinking like, do y'all really protect the girls in Playboy? Because we've heard the stories. It's predators inside of Playboy, so who are you really fooling? But anyway, let's get back into the story. It's getting good. Let's see what's her life looking like. She seems like a cool girl. I'm not gonna lie. What's her sign? What was her sign? She was an Aquarius. Her sun was in Pisces. I felt Pisces energy. Okay. Let's get back into it.
As soon as the coroner's office gave us the name of Jasmine Fiore, we ran in our systems to see if she was reported missing, and that's when we found out she had actually been reported missing. On the Saturday that we found her body, he is the person who reported Jasmine Fiore missing. We were frantically trying to get a hold of him. Jenkins, according to the missing persons,
who the hell is Ryan Jenkins?
That Ryan Jenkins file, he made comments to them like she's been missing since August 14th, the day before we found the body. We are calling, and he's just not picking up the phone for us.
He went MIA.
When you're looking at a homicide, you're always going to look at the husband. Doesn't mean it's the husband.
I mean, it's not always, but usually it is.
Eliminate him just like we eliminate everyone else. They'll miss.
Fun fact, a crime is usually somebody that you know. And if it's not, it's like really 1 in a million. But usually somebody that you know.
Persons detective wanted to go missing, but I got to get back to Canada because I have visa issues. I thought it was pretty strange that he reported
visa issues
leaving because of visa issues.
He even did the fingers.
We dug in a little deeper.
This hoodie, he thought he was eating with that, or is this the mugshot? This Target hoodie, and I love Target, but mister, that is truly giving Essentials Plus. Okay, Megan, what's
the star
your
of the
name?
show was Megan Hausman, a former Playboy model.
The concept of Megan Was a Millionaire was that I was single.
Okay, it's like
I was looking to be in a relationship.
Like what you call it, tequila, or Favor Flav. Y'all remember that show? Okay, but it's Megan.
For that person to have a lot of money. 17 bachelors had to have a minimum of a net worth of $1 million. Oh my god! And
Pretzels and a large popcorn.
A large? You got money. He got money.
Ryan Jenkins lived in Calgary. It's a big, rich, wealthy oil town in the provinces in Canada.
I remember he was wearing a purple shirt, and I had a purple dress on, and my dog had a purple bow on her neck. So we all matched, and I liked him from the very beginning. Love letters to me. Hey, baby. I just wanted to tell you that I'm having a great time on the show. Our boy Ryan.
Not your
We had a
boy.
real relationship happening, but we had to keep it secret.
Maybe that's 2005. Maybe that's so 2005.
Ryan's father's
Now he
real
lied.
estate developer, has property in Canada, and he's actually the millionaire of the family. Ryan's not a bigot.
So that was a f***ing lie.
His father was a bigot.
But I didn't care.
Broke
I
boy.
liked him. When we were down to the last 3 contestants, the decision wasn't up to me.
Reality TV ain't
I
reality.
had no time to tell him that I was going to eliminate him. Plus, I told him he was eliminated. And he was just shaking his head and saying, like, no, that's not true. He got back to his hotel and he started calling me over and over and over again. And I mean, I was getting ready to fly to Mexico to film the finale. 2 days later, he called me, and before I got to explain to him what happened, he said, I have met the love of my life and I'm married. I really didn't tell him he was gonna marry me. I was the love of his life.
2 days. 2 days.
Life.
Man's move on fast.
Well, to say it was a...
Looked at the phone, he saw that it was also his birthday. They shared the same birthday, and he thought that that was a sign that she was the one, and he had to marry her.
2 days later, March 18, 2009, they're married at the Little White Chapel in Las Vegas.
I don't get how people can do that. Again, I don't get how people can do that. I just met you 2 days ago. It must be some serious electrifying shocks that go through my body, okay?
I think a lot of men, particularly Ryan in this case, want to date a Playboy model or to have that kind of trophy on his arm to get a lot of attention or reflect that attention back on them.
Jasmine, that, she threw it in for the wrong guy. This guy doesn't have any money. He kept promising that he'd have money and be able to take care of them, but he couldn't get his money into the country from Canada. She worked hard for her
My
money.
check-ins is in my favor. Oh, I think I've heard this story before. I don't know if I saw it on Eleanor Neal's channel. I actually heard Jasmine's story from, but I've actually heard this story and I remember seeing that man's face. But in this little channel, we learned about her quick coming husband. Like, they literally met 2 days, got married. And he was on a show, Megan Wants a Millionaire, which is like the tequila show, or like the Flavor Flav show. Megan Wants a Millionaire. Everybody has to have a net worth of 1 million or up. Can I get a TV show like that, please? Yeah, but also maybe not, because the man was up here. He was a liar. I'm beginning his name, Ryan Jenkins was on the show. And yeah, he felt like it was love at first sight because they met each other literally 2 days after he got his heart broke on the show. He was butthurt, boo-hooing in the club, and the girl like was in love with him too. But you know how reality TV show work? You just can't be together. It's not really reality. It's what the producer says. So yeah, she had to go do the show. She had to finish the show off. He was butthurt. He moved on. Met the girl in the bar. He found out they had a same birthday. Got married 2 days later. So he posed to Jasmine like he was some big upcoming like TV show star, and of course she was aspiring like upcoming like big model. So they fit together perfectly. But what Jasmine didn't realize, he was broke. He was a broke boy. He was mooching or living off of his father, like using his father's name. He won't no multi-millionaire. That was his daddy money. He want his own money. So she just finding that out, and now it's turmoil. Like I said, they met at a casino, and they got married 2 days later, and her friends are like, girl, my light went out at the same time, so it's getting good. Let's continue.
A couple weeks later, Ryan actually sent me this message from Vegas. Got caught up after the show and made a hasty decision with a girl, as you know. But it's very obvious I am not with my soulmate here. If you'd like to see if there could be still something, we should talk. I just had a soft spot for him, and I felt like
Ryan was
even
a
if
person of interest. but we also had to look at others.
Came back from the coroner's office that DNA was present on Jasmine Fiore's body. DNA's in the system. Michael Cardozi is a parolee who had just been released from prison.
Former husband of Jasmine.
I'm just like, what?
With him days before being murdered.
Oh, wow.
Michael Cardozi split up. He got busted, went to prison.
She had very strong feelings for him too, because she literally went down to San Diego to see him.
When he was questioned by detectives, he couldn't have had a more solid alibi. He had a monitor around his ankle, tracking his every move.
That Ryan Jenkins was a suspect in
domestic violence out of Canada.
He was convicted for assaulting his girlfriend.
I'm not trying to be funny, but he looks Canadian. Okay, anyway. It's not offensive, you know, but he looks Canadian.
Ryan became very jealous and very angry to see me even talking to other contestants. I had no idea that he was previously arrested for domestic violence. The show did some type of background checks, but the background check company missed it. From what I heard, he had his previous arrest expunged in Canada.
Angry, I don't know how to deal with it. And I go, I understand. My husband gets angry as well. Get him a man cave, try to keep busy. Just basically like girls like I know, aren't they terrible? Aren't husbands terrible? Just basic girl talk like that.
Basic girl talk.
I was just thinking it was more like my marriage. I didn't realize how.
2009, Ryan came back to LA if I wanted to go out to dinner with him. And I agreed that Jasmine was ruining his life, but he's also obsessed with her not leaving him because he wants to win. He just can't accept any rejection. So I convinced Ryan to be on season 3 of VH1's I Love Money, winning the money so that maybe he could win back his wife. And he would just call her all the time from the show, trying to keep an eye on her.
This plaintive email to Jasmine. I want you back. I'm gonna do better. I can't live without you. I need you. Now, how did they end up back together?
In the early part of a relationship, seeing the best of a person, and you want to move forward in a relationship thinking it can get better. You think that the first thing that went wrong is a one-time thing. That person apologizes. It can take a lot for the average person to get out of an abusive relationship.
How about that? Okay, y'all. So we're in the third portion. So it's picking up. Okay. So right now we're toning in on Ryan Jenkins because he went MIA. Okay, he went complete MIA, which is what husbands that are guilty do. Okay, he went MIA, and then they found him, and then now he's pitching this whole crazy story, whatever. So they search her body and they find DNA. It was her ex-husband, which nobody even knew she was married one, to a felon, too. Michael Cardozi, one of them. So I guess she went to go see him in San Diego. She did more than just see him, if you know what I mean. And yeah, they apparently 4 days before her body was found. So she recently saw him, and they knew he wasn't a suspect because he had his ankle monitor bracelet on, and that tracks everywhere you go, and it was not tampered with. So he was still there. So then they knew for a fact it had to be Ryan Jenkins. So they really toned in on Ryan Jenkins, and y'all was still talking to his ex, which was also a Playboy Bunny, ex Playboy Bunny. He had a type, okay? So he was still texting her saying that he didn't love Jasmine. He really loved her. He want to see her. So she told him, like, maybe you just need to get away. You need to do another TV show. So she, like, pushed him to do I Love Money. And then she noted that, like, he had, like, a weird competitive spirit. And that's another thing they mentioned. Like, he was very possessive. Very, very possessive. Like, I have to have it. I have to have it. Nobody else can have it. Like, even if he did not love Jasmine, he just needed to have her. Like, nobody else could have her. And all of her friends was saying, like, it just gave very, very much abusive, like, tactics. Like, he would isolate her. Like, remember I told you she would do, like, the Playboy golf? She wouldn't even do that anymore. Like, he completely, like, isolated her from everything she loved. It was very sad. Like, I feel like she lost her smile. I don't know, I just feel like that. And even Holly, like, noted, definitely have that thing where they feel like they can handle that, but then when they get somebody in the limelight, they can't handle it. And it's okay, but, like, don't be possessive. Don't be abusive. He literally had a case. And I like it because they're dwindling down on, like, the timeline. So it started, like, of June, now July. Well, yeah, June, July, and she died in August. They're, like, dwindling down on that. And so he literally had an open case of pushing somebody in the pool. Like, what is wrong with him? Like, he just has a very evil streak in him. And even his ex said that was on the TV show with him, he was very possessive. Like, he hated seeing her kiss the other guys. Like, and he knew, like, this is what a TV show, a dating show is. Like, he just had a very possessive, I have to have you spirit. It's not giving that it's gonna be good. Like, you're going after Playboy models and you don't want them to be sought after. Like, and this is why it's so much true crime cases, because it's men like that purposely go after women. Poor Jasmine. I'm looking at his ex, the girl that had the TV show Megan. I'm looking at her a little differently because I don't know, she could have done something. What y'all think? She could have done something. Like, you're sitting here saying, like, it's obvious they didn't love each other. Like, it seems like he wants to have you and her. I don't know. Let's continue to watch it. It's the last segment. So really heating up. I think they're about to apply heat on Ryan, arrest this man, lock him up, put him under the bars. I'm gonna say under the kitchen. Put him under the jail. Okay, put Ryan under the jail, because what is wrong with you? How you want a bad bitch but can't handle a bad bitch? Got my girl stressed and she dyed her hair, and then he gonna say on the show he wanna win the money so he can win his wife back. But you just told the side chick Megan that this is gonna help you leave her. And then a lot of people are saying they don't even know why, like, he was on the show, like, also calling Jasmine, begging her back, because, like, they were in the middle of, like, being separated, and they don't know why she went back. But being in an abusive relationship, I talk about all the time, like, you believe anything. And it's just, he literally went to record the TV show in July, y'all, and then came back and on the run. Take it. And then here goes the public. That the news popped out that she was a swimsuit model, Playboy model, and now people looking up, sick people looking up her new body as a number one search. It was trending. What is wrong with people? Like, that's my thing. Like, I cover all these cases, and when I look them up, it has like nude photos beside it when I'm like typing in the Google search. What is wrong with people? Want to slide on the ground, but I can't. It's 11 o'clock. What is wrong with people? Do better, please. It's warping people's minds. Like, rest in peace. Let this person rest. You don't know what you conjuring up. Looking at that person's new body. What if they come back and haunt you? And not in a good way. Let's get back into this. People disgust me.
And we found out the day before she died, they went to a poker tournament in San Diego. And it turns out that the hotel has an extensive video system. That's the smoking gun. That allowed us to piece.
Never know who's watching.
On August 13th, 2009, we see them arriving at 3:28 in the afternoon. Luggage dollies. One of the pieces of luggage is the same piece of luggage that her body was found in.
Oh, God.
During a poker tournament, she was texting a new person of interest, a gentleman of the name of Robert Hasman,
Oh, wow.
a former boyfriend
Robert Hasman was a high-end realtor in Greater Las Vegas. She goes missing, she sends a text to Robert Hasman saying, send a plane for me. Come get me. I'm coming back to Vegas to be with you. I am done with Ryan Jenkins.
Okay, I shouldn't be laughing.
At the poker tournament, Ryan.
My girl was fed up.
Jasmine said that the last text message he received from Jasmine was, suck it. Which was out of characteristics with everything she had been texting him up to that point.
And we know who sent that text.
Yeah.
Ryan Jenkins sent that text.
Oh, he's crazy.
According to witnesses, they left the casino at 2:30 in the morning. We don't see Ryan Jenkins again until 4:30 in the morning. Roughly those times, panic and in a rush.
He's literally running.
You can see what the catalyst.
The video surveillance never shows Jasmine entering the room. But we know that the parking lot is right behind their room.
I immediately thought it was an accident. I didn't think that he could have purposely killed her.
This is what I said about her.
Death. And the hotel is at 6:24 a.m. and he's leaving the room with what looks like his clothing in his arms, stacked up.
Couldn't even go get another
According to
suitcase.
search warrants, we were able to...
For the arrest of Ryan Alexander Jenkins for the murder of Jasmine.
But they literally lost him.
How you lose him?
Ryan
Y'all the
was
Coast
back
Guard.
and popped in. She drove him to Hope, Canada, and...
Not the sister is the accomplice.
Which is why he hung himself.
Now I heard about this story. Now I'm shocked about this.
So when they found his body, they also found his last will and testament.
Jasmine was, in fact, a far greater monster than I could ever be. I merely wanted to love someone.
My heart and love for her was pure and powerful.
It drove me and brought out the very best in me.
I'm sorry for running away from responsibility. There is just no place for me in this world anymore. Jasmine was the key to my happiness.
Now what does Megan have to say about that? This episode was really, really good, y'all. It shocked me at the end. Ryan is a coward, and I already knew he was. So, all right, long story short, not even to sugarcoat it. Ryan, like, hauled ass. He drove from, I don't even know where they were, but he drove from there to Washington. From Washington, took his speedboat to Canada. They couldn't even catch him. The Coast Guard couldn't catch him. So he docked it. Took it by foot, y'all. Took it by foot. Ran to Canada. His sister picked him up. Went to Hope, to a motel where he wrote a letter saying Jasmine was his life. Yeah, Jasmine was his life and whatnot. And then hung himself. Like the coward he is. But also he condescended himself. Like he went back on himself. He said Jasmine was his life, but she was a bigger monster than him. Like, it makes no sense. And they ended up pulling the TV show. That never came out. So all the TV shows he was on was pulled. He ruined Megan's life. Which I think that was just karma on her. Because, like, she felt like she was, like, one up on the situation. I don't know. I didn't like her attitude. Maybe that was just me. Everybody, all her friends just saying, like, he robbed her. And he definitely did. He definitely did. He's a freaking coward. Like, he wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it, too. Like, he was just... Oh, so she was texting her ex-boyfriend, who was like this big real estate millionaire, and she was like, come get me. And I know that's right. She was like, I'm done with him, come get me. So they were arguing about that, and all of a sudden Jasmine's last text to her ex was suck it. That was Ryan head ass. So apparently they feel like he like hit her to the point, wasn't conscious in the car, and they had a port where she can get in to the hotel without going through the lobby. So they feel like he went through the lobby and opened the door and then dragged her through the door. They found DNA and blood to verify this. And after that, they feel like this is in the hotel where he cut up her fingers, flushing down a toilet, broke her teeth, and put her in a suitcase. His dumb ass go come out the room. Sorry if I keep... But it's just baffling to me. His dumb self go come out the room with the clothes in his hand. No suitcase. Not even go buy another suitcase to say like, oh, I didn't just put a girl in the suitcase. He goes and buy another suitcase. They track his movements. He going up and down trying to figure out where to dump it, and he randomly puts it in the... They need to arrest the sister. We didn't hear about that. Yeah, this case was very, very interesting. Rest in peace, Jasmine. Rest in peace, Jasmine Fiore. And you can suck it, Ryan, because this was crazy. For coming to our first episode of SW and True Crime Reacts. Today we watched the first episode of the Playboy Murders, and this episode today was called Bunny Meets Bachelor, and it was about Jasmine Fiore. So I hope y'all enjoyed or found this case very intriguing and informative. It was very shocking, even though I've actually heard this story before. I feel like every time I see it, whether it's the small little details, is very, very shocking. People just are so shocking, but not really. Like, people are just so sick. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment. Also hit that notification bell so you know when I'm posting next. I'm excited to see y'all in the next case. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I'll be seeing y'all a lot soon. And yeah, stick around for more. Until next time. Bye.